Yes, welcome back to yet another episode of Beizzo's Kiboozi. And this is one that has been long overdue, but I really believe it's the time that I talked about it. And they are kind of two ideas, but I want to put them all together in the sense of what I want to talk about today. And that's how I come up with this whole thing. Ideally, I wanted to do this episode in the line of if you do something fast, you set the rules for it. It's a quote that I got from my sister, that if you go somewhere and be there you're the first person to do that thing, you're the one that sets the rules. If you're the first person to create the atomic bomb or what, you're the one that creates NATO, you're the one that creates... That's how these white people have played with us. But that's not the story for today. The story for today is on AI. AI, artificial intelligence, not A1, like some very serious minister was saying that our children need to learn A1. It is AI and it is artificial intelligence. And I'm recording this episode in a time where SI has not yet been realized, which is super intelligence. So, for this episode, please receive as much information, as much guidance, as much what I can call a booster for you to start using AI. Because it's here to stay and not to go anywhere. This is Beizzo's Kiboozi. I'll begin with a quote that I've read somewhere in these things of AI. And there's a gentleman that was saying that the future is already here. It's just not evenly distributed. What does he mean by that statement? You see, if the future is already here and not evenly distributed, most times they are talking about Africa, because we tend to receive development last. We tend to receive intelligence last. We tend to receive everything last. And it's not really our fault. It is the fault of our forefathers who sold our brothers out there, sold our riches, and made us. They sold the whole continent. But we are still lucky to be the continent that has most of the resources, and I would say the luckiest continent. I'm proud to be African. I'm proud to be Ugandan, but going back to AI, we need to embrace this thing. We need to embrace artificial intelligence. Now, personally, before I got to know about artificial intelligence, I think I started knowing about it in 2021. I think that's when ChatGPT had started being overused. And you can imagine the first model of ChatGPT, if I'm right, was released in 2017, right before even COVID. And through all that period, we did not see it so much in Africa, so much in Uganda. I started using ChatGPT when I was doing my final year at the university. And it's funny that at the time it came, it was like opening my eyes. Like, it's like I was blindfolded the whole of my life, and someone came and opened my eyes on how to do something easily. And from that day, I've never turned back. I use ChatGPT, I think, every 5 hours. I use ChatGPT every 5 hours. To be precise, I think every 2 hours I use ChatGPT. And it's the only AI tool that I'm really conversant with for now. Prompting engineering and all that. Seeing that I get to understand this whole thing. But I've just scratched the surface. And there's a lot out there. There is Gawk, there is Gemini, there is a tool for everything now. Now, the funny bit is that there are friends of mine out there that have not been well exposed to the artificial intelligence wave. Most people think that this is a phase, but this is not a phase, my brothers and sisters. This is not a phase. This is going to become the reality. We are going to reach a point whereby we no longer struggle so much. You see, human beings, if you've been listening to my podcast for long, human beings are built on survival. Whenever we do anything, we do it to improve our survival, to improve our life. That's how artificial intelligence came up. It came to improve our lives. It didn't come to take our lives away. And for something to improve your life, you have to embrace it. You have to use it. You don't say it's a mark of the devil, like some of my colleagues could call it. You know, when you're too religious also, that's a story for another day, but when you're too religious, you get your mind clouded. You no longer think clearly. You think like a young kid. But I want you to understand that artificial intelligence is something that is here to help you do whatever you do faster. You know of that statement that you're going to lose your job to AI? I want to tell you that the truth is the other statement that other people say. You're going to lose your job to someone who can use AI. If I can do emails faster than you, I can read through documents faster than you, I can streamline processes with AI agents and bots and all that to do my work faster than you doing the traditional way. It's like going into a math exam and you refuse to use a calculator. You're doing things the old way. If God has put sense into your mind to come up with something, then you should use it, because that's why human beings have been able to create AI, so that we can use it to simplify our life. Be it in your business, be it in your hobbies, be it in anything, be it even that you're Christian, you're trying to pray, you're trying to put your life right. If you went in ChatGPT and told it to create for you daily devotions for the rest of the year, it would do it. And yes, it would be biblical, it would be right on spot, because I believe in its training behind, they put all that information there. If it's your business, you're going to scale more if you automate a few things. Let's say you automate your invoices, you automate responses, you automate. All that automating is embracing technology. And embracing technology is embracing the AI, the artificial intelligence, because this is all technology. If you're a millennial out there, you're that old person at your workplace, you need to embrace AI. And also remember to leave out the let me turn this into PDF. You know, I've seen people send me things that are not edited, and I ask myself, man, how lazy can we be? That is also something we need to remember, that AI is not here to make us lazy, but to make us more productive, to make us or efficient to make us more quick. It is not very dangerous. I don't think it's that very dangerous because there have been measures to control it. However, there is what they call the super intelligence, which I had earlier talked about, and it's a wave that is coming soon. Now, for those that don't know how this whole artificial intelligence thing works, is that right now, artificial intelligence gets its intelligence from things that were done by man. Let's say all the journals that we wrote, all the things that we did by ourselves, fed into the web is the knowledge that AI is picking on. The things that we are doing now, when you're in your phone, you maybe like now you're recording a podcast, you're doing what? There are machines that are hearing what you're doing. They are trying to use all that information to give the best results out there. Now, the age of super intelligence will be the age where artificial intelligence right now will become something, will become another sort of intelligence. There's our intelligence, human intelligence, HI. I've just created that today. Then there is artificial intelligence, then there will be SI. Now, AI feeds from SI. I mean, from HI. So definitely, SI will feed from AI. Now, with all these good things that AI has built, all the new improvements, all that, imagine something bigger than that. Super intelligence, something that is good for the medical industry, people getting healed, all that. It is something that is coming soon. Now, when you do something first, you set the rules. If you are listening to this and you're tech savvy, or you're someone that really wants to be out there with a very good opportunity, this is your time to run into AI. You go in, master one thing very well, set the rules, because you start your own blue ocean. Set the rules for the game. People will go in there, they'll find you already there, and your rules already set. And you'll be a thought leader in that. Kenyans are doing well with AI. Tanzanians, no. But in Africa, you know, Kenya is the Silicon Valley of Africa. AI is moving at a pace that I can't see in other countries. And we can do that in Uganda here. We are the country that moves fast on nonsense. We can move fast on sensible things. We can move fast on something that benefits our economy. And we'll run away from poverty. Personally, I'm on this thing, and I'll tell you, in years to come, I'll be again telling you my journey on AI and how far I've made a lot of money out of it. You know, right now you can even create an app by just typing that I want an app that can help me keep track of my weight or what. You make it and it is yours, customized to your own needs. That's something you need to look into, and that's AI. Now, for someone that has not yet started doing AI, you're just listening to this and you're like, what is this guy talking about? How do I even start doing what he's talking about? How do I start my journey in the AI world? Now, the easiest tool and the most free tool and the most common tool to start with is ChatGPT. You go in. I have prompts personally that I use, that I've always picked on LinkedIn. I've always picked on people that have been there. There are big platforms that are teaching people on how to do things with AI. So the first thing is you choose a tool. The easiest tool to choose is ChatGPT. The next thing is to study. You can use YouTube. YouTube is for free. Yeah, but you can watch some ads and as you're watching. But go to YouTube, you study, or Google AI programs, you study those short courses. Practice using it every day, because it's not a one-day thing. You're going to keep using it. And then diversify your sources of knowledge. I could say, in the sense of that, don't use only one tool. Use very many tools. Now, I want to prove to you that AI is going to be here and it's going to stay. Now, when you search something in Google, there's an AI. When you go to a game, there's an AI. When you go to your WhatsApp, there's an AI. When you go to Facebook, there's an AI. When you go where, there's an AI. Everywhere, there's an AI. And then you think that is something you're going to escape. That is something you need to learn and embrace and see that you're at the forefront of thinkers in this artificial intelligence revolution. Yeah, going back to the actionable steps. Pick a tool, learn it, diversify, and see that you keep practicing. The only way we can go to the next level is embrace the current level. Otherwise, I think if I've forgotten anything, it will be that history won't forgive you for having known about AI and did nothing about it. I'll repeat it. History won't forgive you for having known about AI and did nothing about it. If you take your time without embracing this thing, without trying to learn it, the world is going to leave you behind. You see, it is more of digital colonization. Right now, the people that have the most knowledge in AI are the ones that are setting the rules of AI. Be a part of that community. Be a part of those people. Set it as a target that at the end of this year, there is a part of AI that I know, and I know a little bit more than the ordinary Ugandan. I'll assure you, you will benefit from having that knowledge. That is it for this week. Keep it at Beizzo's Kiboozi. See you next Monday. Next Monday is a very special episode, which is the 50th episode, and I would like to celebrate with you. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a great fan. Thank you for being a good listener always. Thank you for keeping it at Beizzo's Kiboozi. Until next Monday, see you soon.